Donald Trump has made a controversial decision that has sent shockwaves through the political world. He has revoked Joe Biden's security clearance, a privilege that past presidents have always been granted. This move, which has stirred much debate and anger, was announced by Trump himself on his Truth Social platform. Trump stated that Biden no longer needed access to classified information, implying that he could not be trusted with sensitive material. In his statement, he humorously referenced his past on The Apprentice by saying, "Joe, you're fired," as a nod to his old catchphrase. This statement, while playful, marks a significant political action that signals Trump's ongoing efforts to assert control over the political narrative in the U.S. This decision comes in the wake of Biden's own actions when he blocked Trump from receiving intelligence briefings in 2021. Biden's move was based on concerns over Trump's behavior and his handling of sensitive information. According to Biden, Trump's erratic behavior was a risk that could compromise national security. The decision to block Trump from the briefings marked a historical precedent, as it was the first time a former president was ever denied such access. Biden justified the move by questioning the value of providing Trump with intelligence briefings, arguing that his behavior made it impossible to trust him with this kind of information. Trump's revocation of Biden's security clearance comes as part of a broader effort to undo many of the policies and practices implemented during the Biden administration. Trump has long made it clear that he seeks to challenge and reverse the legacy of Biden's presidency, often framing his actions as necessary for the restoration of America to what he calls the Golden Age under his leadership. By removing Biden's access to intelligence, Trump is sending a clear message that he does not view Biden as a legitimate leader and that he is willing to take bold, dramatic actions to maintain his own political power. In his post on Truth Social, Trump also claimed that Biden had set a precedent by blocking him from intelligence briefings in 2021. He framed his revocation as a response to this action, arguing that Biden had taken away a right that had historically been given to all former presidents. Trump's comments reflect a broader narrative in which he frames Biden's actions as part of a larger effort to undermine his presidency and legacy. By turning the tables and stripping Biden of his clearance, Trump is not just asserting his power, but also positioning himself as a defender of national security, claiming that Biden, in his view, could not be trusted with sensitive information. Trump's claim about Biden's inability to be trusted with sensitive material was bolstered by referencing the Her report, which reportedly outlined Biden's poor memory and questioned his ability to handle classified information. Trump, in his post, cited the report as evidence that Biden was unfit to have access to national security information, even though it was largely based on concerns over Biden's cognitive health. By bringing up these issues, Trump is attempting to paint Biden as a liability when it comes to handling crucial intelligence, thus justifying his own actions in revoking Biden's clearance. This is not the first time Trump has used his power to challenge former officials. Throughout his presidency and beyond, Trump has consistently clashed with members of the U.S. intelligence community. He has accused former intelligence officers, including former CIA directors and military leaders, of being biased against him and of meddling in the 2020 election to favor Biden. In a move that angered many, Trump also revoked security clearances for a number of high-profile figures from the intelligence community, including General Mark Milley, the former top U.S. military officer, and Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former chief medical advisor to the president during the COVID-19 pandemic. Trump's decision to revoke these clearances was framed as a response to what he saw as overreach by these officials during his presidency. He accused them of undermining his authority and working against him in ways that could have compromised the integrity of his administration. For instance, Milley was a vocal critic of Trump, particularly after the January 6th Capitol riots, and Trump's decision to remove his clearance was seen as an attempt to punish Milley for his criticism and perceived disloyalty. Similarly, Trump's decision to strip Fauci of his clearance was seen as part of his broader campaign against figures he viewed as antagonistic to his leadership, particularly when it came to the response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Fauci, who was a key figure in the U.S. response to the pandemic, often disagreed with Trump on key issues, such as the handling of the virus and the implementation of public health measures. By removing Fauci's clearance, Trump was signaling his displeasure with the scientist's public stance and reinforcing his narrative that he was right to question the mainstream response to the pandemic. The broader implications of Trump's decision to revoke Biden's clearance are significant, not just in terms of U.S. politics, but also for the security of the nation. Intelligence briefings for former presidents have long been seen as a safeguard for continuity in national security matters. Even though former presidents no longer have an official role in government, they are still expected to be kept informed about key national security issues. The loss of this access could leave Biden less equipped to offer advice or guidance in the event of a crisis, making it harder for him to be a part of the broader political conversation about America's security interests. Looking ahead, this decision could have far-reaching consequences for the relationship between Trump and Biden, as well as for the wider political environment in the U.S. The move seems designed not only to weaken Biden, but also to solidify Trump's base of support among voters who view him as the true defender of American interests. Trump's actions could galvanize his supporters, who already view Biden as illegitimate, and frame him as someone who is willing to take bold actions to protect national security. However, this move also comes with risks. By taking such a dramatic step, Trump may be alienating centrist and moderate voters who see this as an overreach. Moreover, the decision could lead to a further deepening of the political divide in the U.S., making it even harder for future presidents to work together across party lines. The decision to block Biden from intelligence briefings is likely to be a flashpoint in the ongoing political battle between the two men, with both sides framing the move as part of a broader ideological struggle. This development also raises questions about the future of U.S. intelligence practices. As always, we want to hear your thoughts on this dramatic decision. Do you think Trump was right to revoke Biden's security clearance, or was this an unnecessary escalation in the political rivalry between the two? How do you think this will affect the future of U.S. politics and the relationship between the two leaders? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis on this and other important issues shaping the future of America.